Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading will be for Monday, January the 4th. And all this week, we will be using the Spirit Messages Oracle deck by John Holland. And let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And the first card is Breathe. And the second card is Vulnerability. And the third card is Stay Connected. Okay, so we start out with the first card, and it says Breathe. And it's a beautiful, peaceful card, shades of blue. And the card reads, the breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's a connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Yes, breathe. A very important card. And what I get from Spirit is a lot of us don't realize the importance of just taking a very small break throughout the day and taking maybe 3 deep breaths in and out to release whatever maybe stress or tension or anxiety may be building up inside of you. These simple breathing exercises are what keeps us grounded. And again, it's always important to make sure throughout the day that you are grounded, because once you get caught up in the hustle and bustle, especially of a Monday, a very busy Monday, you can get really, really exhausted by the end of the day if you do not pay attention to where your thoughts are going, to what activities you're participating in. I know it could be a very hectic start to the week, and this card, Breathe, is so important. And like I said, all it takes is 3 simple, easy breaths in and out to make you feel refreshed throughout the day. You don't even really need to take much time out of your day here and there to just monitor what you're thinking, how you're feeling internally. It's so important. And the next card is Vulnerability. And there's a beautiful woman, okay, and she has this look of sadness. She's kind of looking down. And the card reads, this is confirmation that you're seeking to trend into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. No, when we open ourselves up and allow ourselves to feel vulnerable, when we go within and listen to our inner voice, sometimes we just know things without realizing how we know them. And especially the way this card says that decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. So many times I have come to a decision, okay, and it wasn't through any rational thinking. I just felt it in my gut. I just knew what I was about to do was either right or wrong. I didn't even really have to reason it out or think about it that much. I just went with what my gut feeling is. But unless we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and to listen to these inner voices, we're not going to use the benefit of our intuition to make decisions. Sometimes, like I said, there are no rational explanations as to why we feel a certain way. And this card is telling us today to rely on your intuition. And if, you can do that on a regular basis rather than trying to rationalize everything, you'd be surprised because your intuition and gut feeling is usually spot on. And then the last card is Stay Connected. Okay, and it's a hand reaching out to another hand. And this card reads, we are all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. So yes, it is so important to connect to source whenever possible. I'm going to promise myself that it is the beginning of the new year right now, and I want to make sure that I take time out of my day, each and every day, to meditate. It's probably easy to do something like this in the morning to connect to source and spirit before we get started with our busy day. Making a conscious effort, to connect to spirit, it's priceless. The words on this card, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Yes, we get too caught up in everything that's going on in the physical world. You really need to devote some time to yourself, to go within, to escape, just like I said, maybe a morning meditation if you're, able to do so, or maybe even a meditation at night before you go to bed. But it's so important to make that time, to take the time, no matter whether it's, in the morning, in the middle of the day, or even in the evening, to connect to spirit and source by maybe just sitting in quiet solitude. Yes, it's a very, very beautiful card. And again, the hand is reaching out, okay, and touching the other hand. And the yellow in this card really stands out to me. It's a very bright, cheerful energy. And it's a positive energy, what I get from this card. And when you sit in quietness and solitude and meditate, it raises your vibration. It puts you in a more positive frame of mind. It allows you to slow down, to relax, to be able to connect. So on this Monday, if at all possible, try to connect to spirit. Try to sit in quiet peacefulness, whether it's before you begin your day or at the very end of the day before you go to bed. Just sit there quietly and appreciate the solitude. Gather your thoughts, ground yourself. Beautiful, beautiful card. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be back.